Hello everyone, it's Della DuLac. Today we're going to do a paper pumpkin from the June 2021 kit called Expressions in Color. I love this beautiful box. It's so much fun when paper pumpkin comes in a specialty box. I don't always keep my boxes, the red ones. I usually recycle those, but some of these really fun ones I'll keep and I'll use them to store things in. Either cards or your ink spots that come in there, whatever you'd like to keep in them. Very pretty. This month's kit, so cute. I love the papers. My favorite thing about it is that it coordinates with these specialty DSP papers. I love them. They're so pretty. Love, love, love them. Can you tell just a little bit from this photograph that there's some gold leafing on them? And I will show you those real quick. How pretty are these? And they coordinate with the stamp set. They coordinate with the stamp set that comes in this kit, but they also coordinate with the Artistically Inked stamp set. This is a gorgeous one too. And the two stamp sets can go together as well. The papers are really pretty. You've got some gold foiling on one side, and then just some really pretty papers, just that great kind of marbling ink color on one side. This one is my favorite because I love green. Love, love, love. And the pink. These are really pretty peach flowers, and then some really pretty striping. Again, you've got all of these on the other side, but I probably won't use those because why would you not use the side with the gold foiling? But you can get creative and use some different layouts that might show both sides. But for now, I'm going to show you what I've done with this kit with a few alternates. And we'll set this aside over here. This is what comes in your kit. Super cute little stamp set. Show that right over here. A few of those I have on my blocks already because I was having so much fun playing with this. But again, you could use these together with this one. You could use this Thanks if you like this font, and then put for everything, either with this Thanks. And then you've got the birthday here in this one, and the hello and best wishes. Great combination. And then of course you've got all your little pieces. We've got some dimensionals and glue dots and some tags to use on our cards. Love the vellum pieces. These are very pretty. And we've got some vellum words. We've got thanks in 3 different languages. We've got English, German, and French for merci. And then these are some of the little pieces that we will put on a card. I'm actually going to cut these apart. And then this kit comes with 2 different sized cards. So you've got your standard size card, and these are the card bases for these two, with this one and a yellow, and then this one is more of a note size. So you've got your 2 different size cards, 3 of these, 3 of each kind, and then some matching envelopes as well. And these in this particular kit are just plain white, so I'm actually going to stamp on the flap to do some matching envelopes. Here are some of my samples. Again, with this kit, you get 2 ink spots. I'm not actually going to use mine. I like to save these for door prizes and things. And you've got some of the thread and some super cute little self-adhesive, I forget what these are called, little stickies. A little bling for your cards. I'm going to move the box out of the way, and then we can get started on some of these. I will show you a few. Real quick, when you pop out all of your little vellum pieces, again, I always tell you guys to rub off those little nubs with an emery board. I hate those. And I will keep telling you guys this. So once you pop these out, you're going to have these funny little paper nubs on the edges. They really stand out when you put them against a dark card base. And to me, that just doesn't look very nice. This one's actually not too terrible, but sometimes they really are. You know, you pull those off and you get these little tiny little nubs. And I just take an emery board and I just rub those right off. It just cleans them up really nice, makes them look a little bit nicer. But after you have punched out all of your little vellum pieces, you still have quite a bit of this vellum left, actually. And I just took an old small flower punch. Any punch will work. You know, you can use, try this out with some of your different ones. You can use flowers, you can do circles, or whatever you want to punch out of here. And out of one sheet, I actually punched out with this size little flower. I got about 11 of these super cute little vellum flowers. And I'm going to add those to a couple of my cards. And you can see right here that I did that with this one. So again, here are the original cards in the kit. And one thing about our new instruction sheets is they're really, really great. You've got large photos that show you step by step how to put these together if you want to use the original designs. And then on the back it shows you a couple alternatives, and it gives you a list of the ink that they've used in this kit. So you can pick out some of your coordinating colors if you want to put these on different cards, cut them up and make them just a little bit different. For this one here, I did not use the vellum flower on this one. I used it on a different one. I've used the stamp set, or the little stamp that comes in here, and then the little vellum flowers that I've punched out with the little sparkly rhinestone. That's not a rhinestone. Put those in the center here. A little bit of the twine that comes in here. And then this one is this card here where it's used some of those little pieces from this sheet. I cut them apart, so I've got half on this one and then half on this one. So this is a bit more of the original with this vellum piece. I thought that these stood out just a little bit better on a darker base, so I went and got some of my Blackberry Bliss card base, and then I took some of the little stamps from the set just to add a little bit to the inside of my card. So I've got half of these on this one, half of these on this one, and this card piece I've taken from that coordinating DSP paper from the Expressions. I've got a little piece. There it is. So I took that piece here, and then I've cut them so I could get 6 card bases with this little piece left over. So this was up here, and I flipped that over so you can see that beautiful marbling to put on the inside of this card. Beautiful. And took the happy birthday from that other coordinating stamp set, and again stamped on my envelope. And then for this one, let's move that. And then for this one, I took the stamp set again, took the little stamp and put that on a little stitched rectangle piece with more of that beautiful marbling and gold foiling paper from the DSP, and a little bit of the coordinating polished pink ribbon. Beautiful. And again, took that little piece that was left over, put it on the inside, and a little stamp. And I've colored those with the blends. So you can have a comparison with this one here. Let me grab that one again. So for this one here, I took the stamp, I just stamped it in Blackberry Bliss on top of this one right here. So this one I did in the polished pink, which coordinates with the colors from here. And then I took the Blackberry Bliss and stamped it on top. And then this one I colored. I stamped that in the Magenta Black and then colored it with the blends. So you can get two completely different looks with just that one little stamp. And in this one I did the same thing on the inside. And this one I've colored as well. And then I could stamp the same thing on my envelope so they all match. This one here, I've got the beautiful little vellum flower. This one, again, I thought that these stood out just a little bit better on the darker DSP, so I love the green. The green one is my favorite. And I didn't do much to this one. I thought it was just beautiful the way it is. I didn't do anything to it. I just put this one on with a little bit of the glue dots right behind some of those solid white pieces so you don't see your glue behind there. So there's not glue back here on the whole thing. Just in a few little spots. And then again with that little strip that I have left over, I put on the inside. Very simple but very elegant. Another thing that you can do with that, I will show you a couple cards, or a card. A different way to do that vellum piece. So let me grab this piece right here. So I've started coloring it already. So I've taken this piece here, took my flower, and I have flipped it over, and I have colored with my Stampin' blends. And I'll finish coloring this little piece here so you can see how I did that. And I put it on something that's not white, so you can see, you can't really see your white lines very well if you do it on the white, but if you have something behind it that has a little bit of color, it'll show up a little better. So especially in this section here where they meet up, you want to make sure that you're not going to color all the way over and overlap your colors. So I just wanted to make sure I got that not too terribly close. And I'm using, I don't have the evergreen marker, the Stampin' blend, so I'm just using my shaded spruce, and it looks beautiful too. This is the dark shaded spruce. And I'm just coloring on the back side of my vellum, and then when you flip it over, you still see your beautiful little white overlay with a little bit of color in the back. So now I'm going to add that to a card. So we've got this one here. That looks beautiful on the yellow. And then I'm going to find one of those tags again. Here we go. I think I'll take this one here. And I'm going to get the birthday from Artistically Inked stamp set. I'm going to take that birthday. And then I'm going to grab my Evening Evergreen ink. We'll ink that up. And then we'll stamp that on our tag. There we go. Close that so I don't stick my finger in it. Okay, now we'll assemble this card. And I've done ahead of time, I've stamped this one on the inside so it matches my card with the bumblebee. So Evening Evergreen and the bumblebee are the two little ink spots that come with this set. So we're going to put this on with some vellum. We're going to use our little glue dots on the vellum. And I'm going to use my scissors. I can't find my take your pick tool at the moment. So I'm just going to put these on the back, a couple little spots, and then we'll put that on our card. Put some in the middle. Maybe over here. Okay, and then we'll put those on our card. take off the little backings. We get a hold of all of these little things. Sometimes they're a little sticky. Okay, there we go. Now we'll put that on our card. Let's do it like this. And then we'll put our tag on with a couple dimensionals. Still have a little nubbin on that side. Let's get that off of there. And then we'll put our happy birthday on down here. Make sure that's kind of straight. Here we go. And then we'll get our beautiful little bling here. We'll take a couple of these sequins. That's what they're called. Do a couple of those self-adhesive sequins, just for some fun little bling. And there you've got a super cute little card. Put that on the inside. And again, I will show you these next to each other, what a completely different look you can get with that vellum flower arrangement. Really cute. And then one more card I'll put together for you from this kit. Oh yes, and I did do a matching envelope, of course. So for the other card, which was the little note card size in this kit, this one I'm doing pretty darn close to the way that they have it in your instruction sheet, which is this middle card right here. I'm going to do that really close. The one thing that I have done just a little bit differently is when I took my card, I folded it in half, I took my emery board, and I have rubbed off some of my ink from the top of this because it's a white card. Because it's a white card, you'll have that white core, so it's just printed ink on the top of this. So I've rubbed all the way around this to give just a little bit of a white border all the way around my card, just for a little extra interest. And then we'll put this one on, and I've stamped my envelope ahead of time. I did the flap and a little piece down here. So to put this together, and actually, let's just go ahead and open that right now, because I'm going to take that stamp and I'm going to bring out the evergreen ink pad again, and we're going to stamp that on the inside. I love to put something on the inside of my card, so when they open their card, it's pretty on the inside too. Put one of those down in the corner. And then for the card, and they did that same thing in here. They've done a couple of these on right directly on this beautiful background paper. Do a couple of those. I like groupings of 3. I think they did 3 as well on here. So we've done that big one, and then we're going to take a couple of these little flowers and just add a couple of those. Maybe one more down here. Alright, and then we'll move the ink pad. Okay. Now I've got my thanks, my little vellum thanks that we're going to put on here. And I have some more of those little flowers, and what I did with those, since they're flat when you punch them out, I've just taken my bone folder and just gave the petals a little curl, just so they're not flat. A little curl like that. And then we're going to put this on our card. I'm going to use my adhesive here, that down on the front. Like that. And then again, we're going to take some of our little glue dots, use my scissors, or you can use take your pick tool. Now I'm going to get that little board back. So you can't really see the white print on the white background, but it does show up a little bit better here. So I'm going to use that as a guide, and I'm just going to pull a few of these off, and I'm just going to put those on the back of some of the white lines so the adhesive is a little bit more hidden, so it doesn't show through your vellum. That one wants to flip over. And let's do one up here. Okay, whoops. So we'll pull those off. One more. Pull that off of there. Okay. And then we'll put that on our card. Down here. Okay, and then I've stamped my little tag ahead of time to put that down here. Thanks for everything. And I want just a little bit, since it's such a skinny little tag, I want these small little pieces here to use that on the back instead of a big dimensional. So we'll just cut up. I always cut up the edge of this because you don't want to have any waste. So now I've got two little pieces on the back of that. And then we'll put that down here underneath the thanks. So it says thanks for everything. I'm going to move that over just a little bit. There we go. And then just to finish that off, we're going to add those little flowers. And I'm going to take my little glue dots and I'm going to put those right where I want to put those flowers. How about we put one over here and one over here and then maybe one down here. So that's where I'm going to put these little flowers. I'm going to go ahead and take off that. Put that little flower on top of that. And the little glue dot does show up just a tiny bit through that vellum, but we're going to cover that up. Get that off there. Put that last one there. And then we're going to take our little sequins and we're going to put that in the middle of our flower right on top of the glue dot so you don't see that underneath. All kinds of fun little tricks of the trade that you can use when you're crafting. Alright, so cute. Love it, love it, love it. Very cute little thanks for everything card. And it goes with your matching little card. Well, that is all I've got for you today. Thanks so much for joining me. Be sure to subscribe and click that bell button for more videos. And if you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. Take care and have a great day.